Sophia, what is the name of your blues?
Thanks, my Jesus.
Thanks, my Jesus?
Yes.
Okay. And what key are you doing it in?
G.
Okay.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Thanks, my Jesus. Oh, thanks for loving me. Oh, thanks, my Jesus. Thanks for loving me. I love you, my Lord. Thanks for loving me. Yes, I pray every day. I believe in you. Yes, I pray every day. I believe in you. You changed my life, Jesus. Thanks for loving me. Oh Lord, bless my family. Bless my family, Lord. Oh my Lord, bless my family. Bless my family, Lord. Oh, thanks, my Jesus. Thanks for love me.
Woo! Very nice. Cool. Okay, so just one thing grammatically. Thanks for loving. Loving
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Just so you know. So whenever you have that phrase, thanks for loving me, right? Every single time, it's always going to be loving. And I liked that you varied from the traditional ending. But if you want them to hold, instead of just letting them stop, they were able to catch on that you wanted to have a little bit of a rubato kind of ending there. But if you want them to know ahead of time that that's what you want, if you just hold your hand up and keep it held up, or this, right?
Finish?
At the end,
Okay.
yes. So instead of boom, 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 right? We want boom, 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 boom. And then they know to either come in with one hit at the end or do some kind of ending that they make up just like they did. But that's the way that you would cue that. You would be in charge of that ending, okay? So I love that your blues has a really set melody, and I liked that there was a build dynamically. One thing that I would love to hear is just a little more intensity at the beginning, right?
Okay.
So it kind of sounded like a very gentle prayer, right? But the band is playing this really intense swing feel, right? And so what's the first lyric?
Thanks, my Jesus. Thanks for love.
Thanks for loving.
And thanks for love.
Loving me.
Loving me.
Yes. Okay, so if you can just play that with Roberto, and what I want you to do is try to be as intense rhythmically as he is. So it's not going to be, thanks for loving me, Jesus, thanks for loving me, right? It needs to be a lot more aggressive in your enunciation and in your delivery of your melody, okay? So let's hear it. Just write on it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, my Jesus. Thanks for loving me. Oh, thanks, my Jesus. Thanks for loving me. I love you, my Lord. Thanks for loving me.
Good. Yeah, I think that was really great. I think that the volume is something that you wanted to build towards the second time.
Okay.
So see if you can practice getting the same intensity without making it volume, you know? So it's a lot of support
Yeah.
without the amount of air. So it's not Thanks for loving me, Lord, right? Thanks for loving me, Lord. So you've got that same kind of sizzling, like simmering feeling, but you haven't let loose yet. Okay, so there's still build dynamically, there's just a little more intensity. And that's something we can talk about, in private lesson. But I liked that you were able to match Roberto's intensity. I just want to hear it without the same amount of volume. Okay? The other thing is that you've got to be cautious when you're thinking intensity of losing your breath support, right? Thanks, oh Jesus, thanks for loving me, right? And it's a lot of upper chest breath. You want to make sure that it's supported and controlled as you're going through it, okay? And that's the key when you've got that kind of intense, simmering sound, and we'll be working on that. Kathleen, did you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, a couple things. One is how you're holding the mic. Were you resting it on your mouth? Yeah. Like this? It looks like, I can't tell, I'm pretty far away. Were you doing this? Be honest.
Yeah. So that's don't do that. I mean, my voice is like,
Like, you're kind of like almost licking it to a point, right? And as a male voice especially, when you get it that close, it's just gonna start, it's like putting our hand on it, right? You might as well be doing that with your lip. Sometimes people who have been in vocal choirs who sing on mics are taught to sing like that, or they touch it with their chin. You just don't do that. Just point it at your mouth, and that's plenty. You know what, I was trying to sort of figure out what was going on there, phrasing-wise, kind of like what Sarah's talking about. So the first sentence is, thanks my Jesus. Thank you for loving me, right? Like Sarah was talking about, will you teach me the melody there for a second? Thanks. 1, 2, so I'll count you in and literally sing it on the mic to me, like, because I want to be able to.
Thanks, my Jesus.
Okay.
Thanks for loving me.
Good. Will you do it again? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks, my Jesus. Thanks for loving me.
Again. Teach it to me.
Thanks, my Jesus. Thanks for loving me.
Now teach me the last line.
I don't understand.
Keep going. Sorry. That's okay. That's okay. What did you guys notice? Anything? I actually preferred what you just did to how you sang the first time. You had a really nice, relaxed rhythm. Thanks me, Jesus. Thank you for loving me, right? Kind of what Sarah was talking about before. You're working really hard. Thanks me, Jesus. Really moving your body around. I think to emphasize how much you feel the lyric, which is good, but that's getting in the way of singing it in a pretty relaxed, connected, musical way. So when you taught it to me, you just got a lot more centered in your voice, and you weren't trying so hard, but in terms of the sound of your voice, it was much more connected and nice. Now you can bring emphasis to that. Thanks me, Jesus, thank you for loving me. And you can get big with it, but I think right now when you try to, you're just overdoing the singing part. Keep it simple and very connected with your tone through each phrase. Thanks my Jesus. Thank you for loving me. That's how I'd say it. I wouldn't be like, thank you for loving me, right? Thanks me, Jesus. You'd be, thanks me, Jesus, right? And all I have to do is add tone to it, and it feels more, it'll have the sizzle that Sarah's talking about and the connectedness without it feeling so overdone. That's what I would say. Yeah.
So what is your song title?
Far away.
What is it?
Far away.
Far Away.